Hey, what's happening, you incoherent Inkay? Coming at you with some Gholdengo action. I have made quite a few changes and come around on a couple cards since my last build, my last take on the deck. Before we jump into it, though, got to give a huge shout out to TC Evolutions, of course, for sponsoring the channel. They make the highest quality premium card game accessories, not just for the Pokemon TCG, but for Lorcana, Magic the Gathering, and One Piece as well. Of course, for the TCG, though, they got the ability to use markers, dice, damage counters, and their new version 2 of their dice case. Check them out, tcevolutions.com. Link, of course, will be in the description, and code AzulGG will get you a discount over there as well. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is a card, not that I'm playing, but that I'm not playing. And initially, I was a big fan of this card. I think a lot of that had to do with Gardevoir Jellicent, which just really isn't a meta deck anymore. It feels like Gardevoir Jellicent has been kind of phased out of the metagame. It's still like a powerful way to play Gardevoir, but it feels like it's weaker than just playing it without Jellicent. And that's Caesar. I no longer have the Caesar in here. And that's one of the matchups where the Caesar felt really, really good because punching a Jellicent for a single energy to set up an effective 2-hit KO on it was nice. Being able to just have like a boss and the Caesar set up, which was really easy to set up. Like if you get a Poffin down or two, you know, you find your basic Pokemon before they get you with the item lock of the Jellicent. You could easily get the Scyther in play, get your Genesect in play. Genesect finds your Caesar, and then you're just a Metal Energy away from attacking with your Caesar, and you could be punching the Jellicent for a lot of damage, effectively 2-hit KOing it, following up with like a Gholdengo hit or something like that. Or you could just boss around it and KO something off the bench, which you could do with Gholdengo as well, but like sometimes you just wouldn't have a superior energy retrieval, and just being able to not use a superior energy retrieval and just use a Metal Energy plus a boss with the Caesar to KO something like a Monkey Dory off the bench is kind of good, especially when you don't have like boss plus enough energy to be able to go Gholdengo 1-hit KO a Gardevoir. It was just nice to have a really efficient attacker in that matchup with the Caesar. But besides that, Caesar feels pretty weak right now. It's not that good against the Gardevoir without Jellicent. It's not that good against Dragapult. It's not that good against Grimmsnarl. Although it's not terrible against Grimmsnarl, I will say. It's like fine against Grimmsnarl. But you usually don't need it. Doesn't really feel like a huge impact card to be playing as opposed to not playing. And then Raging Bolt's like the real other big matchup that you'd want it for. I feel like Caesar is like, that's the one where Caesar is really, really good besides the Gardevoir Jellicent matchup. But Raging Bolt's just not that prevalent in the metagame currently, and it's not a terrible matchup without it. Yeah, I cut the Caesar, and so far I have not missed it. And the main thing is because Gardevoir Jellicent just isn't a deck anymore, really. Of course, we have the 4/4/4 Gholdengo. I do have the one Call for Family Gimmighoul. I do really love this Gimmighoul still. Turn 1 going second allows us to kind of extend our bench out a little bit, usually in situations where we either need to call for family to get our Genesect because we only have Buddy Poffins, or where we just want to have like a third or second Gimmighoul in play, because sometimes we open Genesect, but we don't want to leave a 2-prizer on our active. So we Air Balloon retreat to the Gimmighoul, use call for family, that gets us another Gimmighoul. And even if our opponent gets a knockout on their next turn, we have one more Gimmighoul to work with in play. So love the call for family Gimmighoul, of course. 4/4 Gholdengo, 2 Genesect. I do still have the continuous coin toss Gimmighoul in here. It's kind of more of like a meme and gimmick more than anything, but I basically never use minor errands running, so may as well have the panic button of the continuous coin toss. You never know when you're going to get lucky, right? Now, I do have the Badoo in here, and this card I feel like is a little bit interchangeable with the Baby Genesect, the one that takes away A-Specs from your opponent, but I do really like the Badoo for slowing or taking advantage of slow starts from our opponent in any matchup. The reason it's so powerful against Raging Bolt specifically is because we want to shut down Raging Bolt's prime catcher, putting Genesect in play aggressively or opening it or something like that, something we don't really have a ton of control over, and sometimes we do want to get it in play aggressively so we can start to draw cards, or if we go first against Raging Bolt, sometimes we want to get Gholdengos in play, but we don't want to be attacking with Gholdengo quite yet, so taking away their prime catcher, whether that be with the Itchy Pollen of Badoo, or if we are playing the other build of the deck, like I mentioned, with the Baby Genesect, then that can also take away their prime catcher, leaving them without that aggressive gust, meaning they're less likely to draw the first 2-prize knockout while we set ourselves up to be the first person to draw the first 2-prize knockout. So the Badoo is really cool for that, to take away the prime catcher from the Raging Bolt, but also can just take advantage of slow starts against any deck. If you go up against a I don't know, Dragapult player and they open Duskull Pass, and then you go, okay, cool, Itchy Paw on your Duskull, sure, they might find a Dreepy next turn or another basic Pokemon, but they can't Poffin anymore going into their next turn. Same thing against Charizard or Gardevoir. And a big matchup can be the Gardevoir matchup, because taking away their Candy Gardevoir if they go first on that second turn is pretty good, to be honest. I don't really want to give them that Candy Gardevoir. So depending on our setup versus their setup, we might want to take that away from them. So yeah, I just really like the Badoo for all of those reasons. You never know when just item locking your opponent turn 2 or turn 1 going second, I should say, is just going to win you the game. It can really win you the game in any matchup possibly. So it's a really strong card to, of course, include in the deck. I'm not 100% sold on it. And I said, like I said, if we do cut the Badoo, I think we would be cutting it for the Genesect to take away the ESP in the mirror. It can also be cool in the mirror to slow them down with Itchy Pollen and take away that Prime Catcher against Raging Bolt. So it's either the Badoo or the Baby Genesect. Currently, I'm on the Badoo because it has like a wider range to take advantage of, but I don't think I would ever play both. It feels like a little bit overkill. Of course, the Genesect can be really, really cool in every matchup as well because you're taking away your opponent's A-Spec. But honestly, bench space is something that I felt like it can be tough to manage with the deck sometimes. So that's like another reason I've kind of shifted away from the Genesect a little bit. When we have 4 Gimme Ghouls in the deck, we kind of want 4 Gimme Ghouls on the bench. Having quad Gholdengo set up on like turn 2 or turn 3 is pretty cool. Of course, we have our Fez in here. Now, this is a card that I am definitely considering playing a second of. The more I've played with the deck, the more I've shifted away from that mentality, just because of how quickly we set up our Gholdengos, how much more aggressively we cycle through our deck. Usually when our Pheasantipity gets chased, we can have a Nitrate to recover it immediately. We got the Monkey Dory in here as well again. Now, the reason I play the Monkey Dory specifically is because I'm trying to play the Team Rocket's Venture Bomb combo, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. But of course, Monkey Dory is just a solid attacker or a solid option to include in the deck no matter what. So you're never mad to have Monkey Dory in here. And then the last thing is Iron Bundle. Currently I have Iron Bundle in here. Could be Iron Bundle. Could be Third Boss. Kind of in between that. But I just wanted to get another Gust Effect in here. I was playing double Turo. And I do think we should definitely play one Turo. I think if we don't have Turo, our opponent not having to play around Turo or just playing into Turo and being like, I hope we don't have Turo is not good. We definitely want the option of the Turo. We don't use it that much, though, to be honest. It does come up. We almost never need 2 of them. Having one as the option is nice, though, but we don't need it every game. Even the matchups where we use it most, we don't need it. I mean, Gholdengo is just like usually the aggressor in most matchups, so if we just take knockouts turn after turn after turn, we're usually winning the game. It's kind of like a nice fail-safe or fallback. If we're like, oh, we whiffed for a turn, now we can just Turo for the turn, and then our opponent effectively whiffed if they didn't take a knockout on that turn. For Arven, of course, 2 Boss Orders. I do have 1 Cypher Maniac in here, 1 Iono for the other supporters. It's just nice to have like an extra supporter that effectively does what Arven does most of the time, but sometimes can do a little bit more. I don't feel like we need a ton of these. I'm trying to like minimize how many supporters are in the deck. Honestly, last format, it felt like Gholdengo had so many supporters in the deck. Obviously, you want to open up with an Arven. Cypher Maniacs were good, of course, after that, but it just felt so overwhelming, and they're definitely, Cypher Maniacs definitely less effective than it used to be, because like getting air balloons in play and stuff to pivot our Pokemon around is like that much more valuable. So still have 1 Cypher Maniac in here. I don't think I'd ever want to go up to more, though, to be honest. 1 Iono, I did initially try a build with 2 Iono, 2 Counter Catcher, but I think that's overkill, and a lot of that combo, the Iono, the Counter Catcher, combos alongside the Team Rocket's Venture Bomb, and this is like a kind of a comeback type card we have in the deck. It allows us to make plays specifically up against the more aggressive matchups. You could do this up against like Raging Bolts or Joltik Box or Mirror Match even, where we can Iono, punch something with Gholdengo with Counter Catcher. So we can like Counter Catcher up Pheasantipity, Iono, and then hit the Pheasantipity for 200 damage. So we're not taking a knockout, so we're not giving them draw power with Fez. And we're hopefully keeping it trapped in the active as well. And we're not giving our opponent a bench space to work with. So we're taking away like a lot of things from our opponent while disrupting their hand with the Iono. And then because we play the Team Rocket's Venture Bomb, we can clean up that Pokemon the next turn. If we hit heads on the Team Rocket's Venture Bomb, we just put the 2 damage counters on the Fez and it gets knocked out. If we hit tails, we put it on our own active Pokemon, but that's where Monkey Dory gets involved. And then we can Adrenaline Brain it from our side of the field to their side of the field. And then we knock them out, effectively one-hit KOing them. So we can go from like a 2-prize turn to like a 4-prize turn over 2 turns. So it's a really cool comeback play to play in the deck. And I think I would want to try and keep some kind of play like that available in the deck no matter what. Hawlucha would also be an option if for some reason we want to cut Monkey Dory. But it does come up short against a couple of the other cards. Like you couldn't do it against Genesect specifically because Genesect has 220 HP. But you can still do it against like Fez, Ogerpon, Latias, stuff like that. You can bring it up, punch it for 200, not fully KO it, and then KO it on a later turn. Also works against as a way to effectively like break Pikachu's ability in the Joltik Box matchup as well. Can punch it for 200, or you can Venture Bomb ahead of time, put damage on it, Monkey Dory the damage over, and then punch him for 200 for the KO, or you can clean it up after you punch the Pikachu. Kind of depends on the board state and what they got going on, which route you'd want to take with that, but it also becomes a way to deal with the Pikachu, which is nice. So I really love the Team Rocket's Venture Bomb. I like that kind of comeback play availability in the deck in general. Being able to generate damage on our side of the field for the Monkey Dory is just really, really good. Like I said, Hawlucha could also be an option for that. It just doesn't seem as strong. But that's another thing to consider would be the Hawlucha. 4 Birdie Poffin, 4 Energy Retrieval, of course. I have come down to 3 Nest Ball, and I did have an Artisan in here for a little bit. Tried out a 1 of Artisan, just like for more search for Gimme Ghouls early. The thing is, the card is just so low value in the deck. If we don't see it turn 1, it's just kind of bad. Yeah, like if we don't see it turn 1, it's just kind of bad. The Artisan is. It's like there's no pointing, like you're never going to get value out of it in the mid-late game. So putting it in play always just feels bad because you're giving it to your opponent, which they'll probably be able to get more value out of it than you. So I kind of cut the Artisan. I put a Lavencia in instead because I do kind of feel like I want 2 stadiums right now. Dragapult decks, almost every Dragapult deck is playing a Jamming Tower right now. Some are playing 2. Most are just on the 1, but they are putting it in play really aggressively, and I want to be able to bump it as soon as possible. And also, importantly, when they go for like an Iono countercatcher Jamming Tower play, I want to increase my odds of being able to find a stadium to bump it back. So I cut the Artisan for a little bit more high value of a stadium in the Lavencia, but I could also just see playing 2 Moonlit Hill, to be honest. Moonlit Hill is like super powerful in the metagame right now, or just like healing cards in general. And I do lean to the Moonlit Hill instead of the Picnic Basket because I want that counter stadium. It's kind of like a 2-in-1 combo. It's a counter stadium and a heal card. I don't think Picnic Basket is bad. And against Grimmsnarl specifically, Picnic Basket is better than Moonlit because you heal their side of the field as well, which removes the damage off their Monkey Dories, which is kind of cool. But it's not a Picnic Basket's not a stadium. So I'm kind of looking for that 2-for-1 slot right here. But we do have some free spots to work within this deck, stuff to move around, I think. So I got the 2 Nitro, like I mentioned. I have some Poke Gears in here as well. Increased odds of finding that Arvin, but reaching for our other supporters as the game progresses. 1 Vessel, the ESP, of course. I do have the Tool Scrapper in here. I think this is pretty important for the Guardy matchup right now. A lot of them are very heavy Bravery Charm based, and being able to disrupt that, I think, is a really big deal, and get that extra prize card off a Drifloon or a Screamtail, where they put a ton of damage on it, and then you just effectively get the 1-hit KO. So yeah, I think the Tool Scrapper is a pretty big deal to play in the deck right now. 3 Air Balloon and the Rigid Band, and this is the card that I think is the weakest in the deck so far. The Rigid Band in here is for the Chi-Yu matchup. I think I broke this down before in my previous build. Chi-Yu does 140 damage. The Rigid Band would give Gholdengo effectively 290 HP, which survives a Chi-Yu hit. The problem with this is most Charizard players are playing Maximum Belt, so the Chi-Yu kind of gets through anyways. So I'm not really convinced on the Rigid Band. It would be very effective against Pult Zard specifically because they don't play Maximum Belt. They generally play Unfair Stamp instead. So the Rigid Band would be pretty effective in that matchup. But up against like a Charizard Pidgeot or like a Charizard Dusknoir deck, you're not really getting the same value out of the Rigid Band. So I'm not really sold on the Rigid Band, to be honest. It's kind of just been in here as like the floating tech spot. And it's like, well, I would be cool to have an answer for Chi-Yu. Let's sure, Rigid Band. Energy Split, of course, we got 3-2 Lightning now. I was at 4 Metal, honestly, because just finding a Metal Energy against specifically the Dragapult matchup to be aggressive early on is like a really, really big deal. But if I'm going to put the Lavencia in here, I feel like I got to play 2 Lightning. I guess there could be an argument, like if you really want to play Lavencia, and you want that extra Metal Energy to be safer against Dragapult, you could go up to 12 energy and play a 4th Metal. I really don't like that idea, though. I'd maybe just play more Cypher Maniacs instead, because that can help you find your Metal Energy. That probably makes a little bit more sense, and it's just got a good combo card in every matchup. Whereas the extra Metal Energy is basically only for the Dragapult matchup. Every other matchup, it's really easy to find your energy because you're not getting Badooed basically ever. Or if they are item locking you like a Gardevoir Jellicent, they're doing it a turn later, which means you have a turn to use a Vessel or use an ESP to find your Metal Energy. So there's that. And yeah, now that I got the Lavencia back in here, I have been thinking about reintroducing and retrying out Revavroom. So that's going to probably be my next take on Gholdengo. We'll be getting the Revavroom back in here and seeing how that feels, specifically in the Dragapult matchup. I think that would be a big card to have. It's really annoying the fact that Dragapult doesn't take knockouts. They Iono you low, they don't take KOs, you don't get Fez Draw. But if you got Revavroom in play, they kind of have to respect the Revavroom and probably knock it out. And if they do that, then you get access to Fez Draw, and then you kind of just take over the game. So it's definitely something I am considering trying out again. Now that I've kind of moved away from the Scizor, because like Scizor and Revavroom in the deck, that seems pretty bad. That seems like too much. And if I move towards the Revavroom, I don't like the Monkey Dory as much because that eats up bench space as well. So maybe we go to the Hawlucha. I honestly don't know where we go from there. First, I got to get the Revavroom in here and then maybe try that out. But this is my current take. This is where I'm currently at with Gholdengo. Let's jump into some action, and I'll show you all how it runs. More gimmies? Give me that. More Gimmethies? Oh, brother, that's sick. That's right, I cut a Nest Ball, didn't I? Is that worth it? Nest Ball's pretty good. I might be trolling for that. 4, 8, 9, 10. Psychic? Ooh, it is a Psychic. That's cringe. They open Mew? What are they playing? Joltik Box? Brother, that is a cringe deck. Do not be playing that. Don't be cringe, brother. What the heck are you doing? I should try to find my last prize card there. I think Wug Trio makes tier 3. Assuming you hit heads every coin flip. Honestly, it might be better than that if you hit heads every coin flip. You see the pull that one tonight using LGM and Crushing Hammer? No, I did not. Is it just like a mirror tech? Is that good against anything else? I guess it would be annoying for like Monkey Dory decks, right? Because you Crushing Hammer the darks off. And then you just wreck mirror. Honestly, are they cooking? No, they're definitely not, but good meme. It's gotta be terrible. But it is a good meme. It is a good meme. And they have Genesect to stop the Neo upper. Bro. That is cringe for sure. Oh my gosh. The Sprite is like frozen. It was in the back of the fridge, so it's like cooked. We need this KO. I need this, man. I need this. Wait, we're not there yet. Oh, wait. Boss KO Curlia? Don't mind if I do. Actually, we need to draw 2 first here. Oh, wait, I should have retreated to a Gimme Ghoul last turn, right? I'm an idiot, bro. I always forget. Then I could have air balloon double. Oh, more bonusing. Now I'm down a bonus. Oh, no. Okay, +1 card. No, we always play this first, right? Oh, actually. Even a boss is good here. Holy bingus. Do I save the ESP? Reband could matter. But not off the rip. I want to save it. I kind of just want to commit to the ESP because like losing air balloons and stuff is not good. Yeah, maybe I should commit the ESP to be honest. I'm kind of okay with that. Oh wait, I get to draw +1 here. Oh no, but I wanted to do this first for. Oh, but I could have got +1 card to the thin dude. I'm just like, I'm throwing and trolling and trolling and throwing and. Wow, this guy's an idiot, man. What is he doing? He's throwing and trolling and dingus and bingus. I can put an air balloon on my active. It plays around Mind Bend, but not much else. But also this lets me draw more cards, right? I mean, my boy could just get nuked here, I guess. Nah, he ain't getting nuked like that though. Moonlit or Picnibats for a 1-up tech? I actually don't know, to be honest. The second counter stadium against Pole is really nice. But being able to find it quickly, aggressively is nice as well. But It's hard to give up our Arven search to do that anyways, to be honest. Have you missed Caesar? Not really, to be honest. Because Caesar's not that good up against the top matchups. Caesar's like not good against... It's okay against Grimmsnarl, actually. It's good against Jealous and Guardy, I think. It's good against Item Lock, but you don't need it to beat Badoo. Yeah, I don't know. My argument for Basket is because the hill won't stick most of the time and it requires an energy discard. Yeah, but the energy discard isn't like really hard to do, though. Yeah, it's not like hard to make that happen, you know? You still have Venture Bomb? Yeah. Oh, they're getting cheesy with it. All right. Issue with Hill, it heals Guardian. They want to use it. No, that's not an issue at all. It never comes up. It's not relevant. It's not actually like a relevant... It could be like, no, that's not a reason to not play the card. That's just not a reason to not play the card. If I can, I would boss KO Guardy, right? Establishing the Dark Energy this turn would be good as well. I could... I mean, I think... It feels like putting Fez in play here is like pretty safe. Yeah, it feels like putting the Fez in play here is pretty safe. I would maybe even Turo this turn depending on what I draw. So I don't want to commit the Air Balloon yet. No cook, no cook. I want Fez, or I just want to get my Gimme Ghoul back. Just knock out the active. Both seem fine. I'm gonna play this well, I think. I mean, having Fez in play is pretty good if they're gonna get aggressive, but then Fez on the bench is like a liability. Drawing cards is pretty good. Man, I actually just don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. Fez, no Fez. Fez, no Fez. Fez, no Fez. Fez, no Fez. Fez is cool. Fez is great. Fuck it, we ball. I don't have the boss kill on the Guardy. Getting Dark Energy tabs on Monkey Dory would be nice. I can go Air Balloon. Nice Treasure Dark. I kind of don't want to give them Moonlit Hill because it does give them a way to discard energy, but also leaving them with Artisan is also really bad, right? Oh, I can still draw with this guy. I forgot I could draw with this guy. Well, two more. I'm actually not sure about this. How many energy do they have in here? 0? They're on 2 Ultra Ball, 2 Vessel. Yeah, maybe I just hold off on this, to be honest. I'm also not sure about benching Fez here either. But benching Fez is really good to respond to... I don't know. Could also use the Nitro that turn to get the Dark Energy, which feels bad. I'm actually not sure. Venture Bomb. Venture Bomb says flip a coin of heads, you put 2 damage on counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If tails, you put 2 damage counters on one of your own. So it's a way for us to generate damage to use with Monkey Dory and not KO stuff, but then KO them next turn. So you can like punch Fez for 200, not KO it, trap it in the active, or like punch them in like an Ogre Pawn so then they can't draw with Fez and you KO it the next turn. All right, pretty good hand. How many energy are in here? 5? That's not enough. Tail on your active? No? Wait, what do you mean? Budokai would have been nutty. It would have been okay, but they just kill my Budu back with their Monkey Dory. I guess I couldn't Screamtail confirmed, but... The Budokai is something that can come up in this matchup, but not by that situation. What conclusion did you come to previously that led you to playing Cypher again in Dango? Oh, it's just a good card. Had room for one of them. Threw it in. Wait, what did they nitrogen for there? Am I trolling? So Turo's pretty good here. How am I playing this actually? Let me just draw one. Wait, should I shuffle the deck? I don't think so. Wait, what do I even want to do here? How do I even want to play this? I guess like this is just fine. Yeah, sure. Just knock him out. Throw this here. I mean, I go down to... It's gonna be... Yeah, how do they even win here, to be honest? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have put that air balloon there. Actually, that might have been trolling. Okay, that was trolling, actually. I should have held that air balloon for sure. Putting the air balloon in play was trolling for sure. Now they can counter catch her like my Fez. Which could be annoying. We can draw out of it, but it's unnecessary to give my opponent that out. As well, I see people are trying to cut Baby Genesect. What is the reason for that? I thought it was good into Mirror plus preventing Ace-Specs in general. I mean, the card is still good. Yeah, preventing Ace-Specs in general is good, but sometimes having like a one prize on your board in some matchups just feels worse than preventing it. I think the biggest reason to not play it right now is it feels bad as Gholdengo to tech for other Gholdengos. It's like the biggest thing I would say for sure. Yeah, it just feels bad as Gholdengo to tech for other Gholdengos when it feels like there's better things you should be teching for. Or have not just made sense to just boss kill Fez to keep more energy out in decks instead of needing to bank solely off of double SER for my own one. No, because now I can find boss. I can just boss kill it. I can go get boss plus SER. I think keeping the boss in the deck increases my odds of winning the game by having just another boss to work with. I have two. I have double SER or boss as a win condition. Will this deck just lose to Cornerstone? Yep. Get nuked by Cornerstone. Yeah, the baby Genesect is good. Oh, he's just kind of BI though. He's fine. He's fine. Baby Genesect's fine. Baby Genesect is definitely a good card, but okay. Ooh, honestly, is that the move against Charizard? You play Baby Genesect? Oh. Badoo is also good, though. I really do like the Badoo. But would that be the move against Charizard? If you had Rigid Band plus Baby Genesect, so you stop Chi-Yu knockout, plus you take away their maximum belt. That's so much, but it would work. What makes Gholdengo so much better this format? Genesect EX. The deck is just faster than it used to be. A double boss on the bottom, so I definitely shuffle first here, right? Triple Force. They're short by maybe 100, so they can't even triple Monkey, or they can't even triple Monkey Dory KO this by Monkey Dory over, right? Over Turo. Yeah, Genesect could still be good. Playing Badoo and Genesect seems kind of like a scam, though, to be honest. I don't think I'd want to play both. I think I'd want to do one or the other. And I'm not convinced which one is better. The problem with Genesect is it's like a harder card to set up. There's a problem with Genesect. I mean, I don't know, do they have left? One? It's all pretty good odds here, right? Oh, we got nothing? It's all in there, too. It's all in there. Turo? I don't think we have to Turo here, right? They can't do enough damage for... Oh, yeah, I don't have to Turo here. I have no energy established, so getting this is the same as anything else being in play, to be honest. How many countercatcher have they played? One, but they might only play one. Thin out of the deck, maybe. Retreat lock. I mean, they definitely have an energy in the hand to retreat. That's not really a question. But it means they can't get the energy off the guard vor. So yeah, boss. But then I lose a boss. That's probably fine. That'll lose a boss though. I don't put all this garbage at the bottom of the deck. Not this time. Realistically, do you think Crustle will have a showing at Worlds? Crust? Sure, why not? Yeah. This is actually pretty bad for us now. This has gotten pretty bad. Oh, that also means they can't attach energy to the Monkey Dory for turn, but they can still... they can still do some kind of Dorying, for sure. No, I can still make this work with double superior. We can still make this work with double superior. Do I ever shuffle the... Oh, I can generate a card off of Genesect as well, which is broken. How many cards went to the bottom of my deck? Double boss, nest ball. Wait, no. It's up here. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. But none of them were out to a thing. I just draw, right? Oh wait, there was a boss on the bottom though? No, there wasn't a boss. Okay. Insane. He's done it again. Holy smokes. Another dub. You play Caesar? No. Also, Badoo's like good in the Guardy matchup. If Guardy has like a good turn 1, you think they have turn 2 candy. I guess I don't just lose to Joltik Box, but obviously mid. And I mean, the chance that they don't have the turn 1 play is like super low. The Badoo's good against Raging Bolt. I mean, going second against anything, it could be good. That's the thing, like, going second against anything, just being like, well, my start's not good enough, or their start was like super slow, so let me just slow down their turn 2 and then go into Gholdengo the turn after that. It's just good. Right, Crispin Donk? Dude, that would have been insane. They'd also need, well, I guess it wouldn't be that hard to get a full bench if they open Maridon. They can do like double Maridon chain. Alright, true. They could have had the nuts. I could have got cooked there for sure. Even the Dark Energy on the Monkey Dory is pretty good here. They were gonna chase a gimme goal no matter what, so hey, let me... Probably prefer first for any of the Noctowl decks. Well, except Raging Bolt, I think. I think against Raging Bolt, I'd rather go second and Badoo them. Take away their Prime Catcher, but have a cleaner setup, I think. Yeah. This is where the Call for Family gimme comes in clutch, because it gives us a third gimme. It extends our gimmies. And no gimme. I prized the... No, I didn't prize the Gholdengo. I have second Arvid in hand. Nest Ball to Pokegear. Surprise a Nest Ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. So I prized 2 energy. Like what, Fighting Water or something like that? Keeping the Dark Energy and the Monkey Door is important to be able to Venture Bomb through the thing. Actually, that's I need that yellow coin toss at the end of the game, possibly. Keep that guy around. my boy right there. 2 balls to Arvin Iono. Counter catcher's prized. Oh, counter catcher's in my hand. Fuck, it's something. I don't know what it is. Figure it out. I stopped playing Badoo and Grip. I find it's a liability half the time, and so many doors in deck. It's a free prize late game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think Badoo's just been... Badoo's like good in the Raging Ball matchup. That's like it. The card's kind of bad. But against Raging Ball, also just like setting up more Frostlass is also pretty good. And if you go up against Baby Ball anyways, if they're gonna Baby Ball you anyways, having to put Shaman in play to protect your Frostlass and having Badoo in play means you don't have bench space for... Your bench just gets really awkward. I've been saying Badoo's terrible in Grim. It's good against Bolt. It is good against Bolt. And it's also just good. I mean, Badoo can be good in any deck for any situation, just to be like, oh shoot, stop what you're doing. But ooh, they kind of got the perfect turn 1, turn 2 here, to be honest. They're kind of cooking. They have the Crispin. Saving the energy on the Joltik seems kind of like a waste. Did they like Ultra Ball for Latias, or do they just naturally have it? Yeah, doing that seems like a waste, but... I could just go with the ESP now. Or... I definitely want to KO this. I get ESP now, or I could try and draw into... No, I wish commit to the ESP. Wait, am I coming up short? Oh my gosh. That's so bad. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I should be able to do that to get 2 energy. Oh, I want a Fez here. I do. Yeah, I think I do. Nice Shutcher. Give me that. Okay, so on this next turn, there's a couple different ways we can play it, actually, depending on what we draw. We get... Oh, that's sick! That's pretty bad. I don't know what the last prize card is. I'm still trying to figure out what the last prize card is. It should be okay, though. I'm just gonna punch the Pikachu. They're gonna KO us. I'm gonna punch the Pikachu. Oh, but they could get the Power Glass here. They have no draw power in play, though. They developed no draw. Instead, they developed a Latias, which is like a huge misplay from them. To conserve an energy on a Joltik. We got Fez, could have held Ultra Ball. I mean, now, if they didn't have the Power Glass here, I wasn't going to KO them. But now I kind of feel like I have to KO them, or I just lose to a Crispin. Simply losing to a Crispin is really bad, so I feel like I have to go for the Venture Bomb play. And Venture Bomb, Iono knockout, and then Prey. Pretty good odds, though. Pretty good odds. Yeah, because like, what, they would have to have Ursaluna Boss, like literally in Ursaluna Boss energy with no draw power on board. So I'm not really scared of that, right? I shouldn't be. Terrified of it. Is Genesect prized? No, I just haven't found it. Grappling this doesn't change anything anymore. Alright, so this first. Oh no, not this, just this. Should I save the Scrapper for a Bravery Charm just in case? I guess so, yeah. Oh, the other thing I could do here is I could KO the Pikachu, but Turo the Fez, right? Turo Fez is safer, right? Well, no, only if I... But the thing is, committing to the Fez draw first means if I whiff off Fez... I think it's just correct to go all out, to be honest. It's correct to just go Air Balloon active, Venture Bomb. Yeah, I think it's correct to just... Yeah, because they have so little draw power in play. The Turo Fez play I would do if they had, like... Yeah, more draw power in play. If they had more draw power in play. But they don't have the draw power in play, so... Nah, I just don't. I should just use this. Yeah. I'm gonna try and shuffle it because there's a superior going to the bottom. I might want access to that superior, or I kind of do want access to the superior. Any Gholdengos though as well? I only need one superior. I could like superior plus Night Stretcher, superior plus energy. Oh, this could be my energy as well. Okay, yeah, we got it. Nice. Yeah, so I always draw like that first because the Night Stretcher could be the energy, so it's like super important. Honestly, the more I play with 2 Turo, the more 2 Turo just feels kind of mid. It's so hard to like line them up perfectly. Having 1 is like really, really good, but I don't know if we need 2. Yeah, 2 Turo might just be bad, to be honest. Just so hard to line up. What deck are you running at Worlds? Quad Ligma. The fighting energy off the prize is actually pretty big. I did have a fighting and a water prize though. Monkey seems bad compared to Picnic Basket. You can play both. There's not a comparison. So it begins. Oh, double nesties, bro! Dude, this is some rats, dude. They're not getting punished. What? Dude, I owned them into Nest Urs? Come on, bro. That's so cringe. What? And they're wait, maybe they're not missequencing. They have boss in hand, right? Dude. They fucking Ultra Ball for a Latias, bro. And they don't, and I owner them into, oh my gosh, that is so cringe. Show, because I can Badoo them, and I don't know if they play Badoo. I just want to find out, though. If they don't have Badoo, I definitely give myself the advantage. Oh, dude. I got some bad news. Oh my. It's insane. Oh! Not like that, though. Shit, all we need is 1. Yo, we have the 1 we need. We only need 1. You only need 1. We're chilling. 8, 9, and I priced 2 energy. Lightning Grass. Artisan's in hand. All my tools are here. Night Treasure's here. Buddy Poffin, Vessel. Poke Gear in hand. 2 Nest Ball. 3rd Nest Ball. Cyber Maniac, 2 Turo. Arvin, 3 Arvin. Iono, 2 Boss. Dude, what the fuck else did I prize? Oh, something, man. Fudge. Alright. I think I go Air Balloon ESP. I don't want to give them Artisan, so I think I'm gonna go like this, just in case I need like emergency call for family. And I think go Air Balloon ESP, so I'm like threatening next turn. It would allow me to like go Pokegear for boss or something. Itchy. See, these are the kind of games, like, this is why Badoo can be good in any deck because of these kind of situations. My opponent put 0 Gimme Ghouls in play, turn 1. They top decked 1. Now they can't play Poffin. Now they can't play Nest Ball. Now they can't play Ultra Ball. Like, these are the kind of games where literally Badoo in any deck can beat any deck. Which is why, like, theoretically, playing Badoo in every deck is good, but the question is, like, how often does it actually win you games? Make it to the point where it's worth playing, but... Wait, they're gonna get continuous with it? There's no way that's correct, right? Okay. Like, no way they're gonna get continuous with it. Continuous coin tossing, eh? Give me the ghoul. I'm not even that confident in this situation, to be honest. Boss KO on this, I'd be feeling a little bit more confident. But if I whiff the boss KO on the active, is probably the play, right? Yeah, because otherwise they could be swinging. But they're not going to be bossing next turn. So I could Badoo for longer if I really wanted to. But then that just gets them more Gimme Ghouls set up. And they could eventually draw to the point where they are KOing my Genesect, so... Put Fez in play? Yeah, I will. I think I'm going to draw 2, just draw 2 first, though. I'm like, thinking if I ever don't draw 2 here. I don't think so. I like the boss. I think the boss gives me higher odds of winning the game. I am giving them access to items now, so I almost just want my 4th Gimme Ghoul. No, that's not even that good. I'm honestly just going to put Moonlit Hill in play. Just because. Can you use it with no damage? No. Because I want to get out of play. I'm also tempted to Tool Scrapper this, but I shouldn't do that yet. Make it rain. No, I'm not going to bench the Fez. Yeah. Get access to those for Moonlit and Monkey Dory. Alright, give me a Gholdengo. Yeah, it gives me like one more turn to like, I get now to draw another prize card at least. Get another Gholdengo at play. Nice, we're chilling. Big chillin', big chillin'. Yeah, honestly, I did go down to